Well, people, first of all, need to kind of have the veil lifted
Yes.
on what this is and how both political parties play into this and the media plays into this. You know, I saw from the very day that I announced my candidacy for president, you know, I ran for president on out of concern of some very real issues that our country is facing, wanting to bring voice to those issues and actually do something about it. The rise of North Korea's nuclear capabilities, for example, and how we in Hawaii lived through the reality of that threat when we got that missile alert that came through. That caused, you know, families to go and like...
Tell people about that real quick if they forgot about it.
So this was January 2019, early one Saturday morning. The Civil Defense Alert System on our state sent out a text message to every cell phone in the state, blared warnings on the radios, the sirens on television saying missile incoming to Hawaii. This is not a drill. Take shelter. This is not a drill. And so the response to that was like, holy shit, this could be the end. An incoming missile to Hawaii from North Korea would literally mean the destruction, not only of Hawaii, but the aftermath and everything else would have a much, much bigger impact. So that's how people responded, you know, grabbing their little kids and running in, like, where do you take shelter? Like going into the bathtub and hunkering down. There was a video of a father who got his like little 8-year-old daughter and lowered her down a manhole and I think he said something in the video, like, if we survive this, try to come find me. Oof. And there are countless other stories of I heard from a father who he had one child who was in downtown Honolulu. The other was on the west side of Oahu, which is a good 45-minute drive. And he was physically in the middle. And in those moments, he was sitting there knowing he had minutes to live, trying to decide which child he was going to go and drive to and spend those last minutes of life with. The seriousness of this is something that has and continues to be lost on the leaders of our country. And this was one of the main reasons that I ran for president, so that I could do something to make sure that no other American, no other family went through what we went through in Hawaii on that day. I announced my candidacy for president so that we can talk about these very serious issues. And on day one, immediately, literally that very day, within minutes, mainstream media starts attacking. That's when the whole Russian asset thing began. These seeds were planted to say, oh, she's some kind of suspicious candidate, you better watch out. The smears started, the building of this caricature of me as something that has nothing to do with who I am, my experience, my background, my capabilities, what I'm advocating for. Nope, the media didn't want to talk about that. The other candidates didn't want to talk about it. Going on the debate stage, okay, this is a national stage to be able to raise these very serious issues about the nuclear threat that our country faces, this new Cold War, and what we need to do to walk back away from the brink of nuclear catastrophe. Nobody wants to talk about it. They want to go towards the superficial attacks. They want to go towards the he said versus she said, and ultimately the things that will cause ratings to go up and that will further this popularity contest that you're talking about, which ultimately all of this is the ultimate disservice to voters, because it takes away their ability to make this informed decision about who should hold the nuclear football and what experience they bring, what kind of judgment they would bring, what kind of foresight they bring